Hi everyone, today I'm gonna talk about aesthetic in architecture and effects. We analyze definition, history, aesthetic characteristics, famous people and structure. What is the aesthetic? It's the branch of the philosophy concerning studies on the nature and the expression of beauty or taste. It includes building shape, size, texture, color, balance, unity, movement, emphasize, contrast, symmetry, proportion, space, alignment, pattern, decoration, culture and context. Mass and space, proportion, symmetry, balance, contrast, pattern, decoration, massive unity and rhythm. Its important impact on the design. My topic relates on the Gothic revival. It is the Gothic Awakening architecture. Gothic Awakening architecture, a style of art and architecture that developed in the 19th century. It started in England in the 1740s. Strawberry, located near London, became a model of the Gothic revival. It was popular in the 19th century in UK. Then it spread in the USA after England. By the late 80s, the fanciful details of the Gothic revival architecture had waned in the popularity. Gothic revival ideas didn't die out, but they were most frequently reserved for churches and large public buildings. A Gothic revival represents two things. Firstly, it was a romantic celebration in the tone of the spirit and atmosphere of the Middle Age. Secondly, it reflected the architectural and philosophical conviction of its exponents, that moral measure of the Middle Age. It looks beautiful thanks to a highly ornamental, delicate, visual, powerful, and intricate style. So, was a nostalgic and sentimental backward glance, characterized by five key architectural elements: a large stained glass window, pointed arch, rebuilt walls, flying batteries, and ornate decoration. Firstly, large stained glass window. Using tall and arch window allow them to let in the more dazzling light. Gothic stained glass window also frequently featured tracery, a decorative type of the stone support, and detail scenes from biblical stories. Pointed arch accentuated each cathedral's height, symbolically pointed towards the sky, and accommodates similarly shaped vaulting. Flying batteries ensured that the cathedral integrated its integrity, so that architects didn't need to sacrifice the thin walls and large windows, distinctive of the Gothic style. Ornate decoration. These include embellished colonnades, structural molding, states of saints and historical figures, pinnacles and friezes, and gargoyles. Major aesthetic characteristic of this style. At first glance, it might look dazzling, but the motif and models will speak of the order and causal lane behind this chaotic art. In the Gothic style, the focus of the architecture is on the height and lightning design of the building. The higher the towers, the closer to Gothic style it becomes. The concept of the going taller in the heights was to express the desire of getting closer to God. What to look for in a Gothic building: pointed arch or window, irregular appearances, vertical emphasis, variety of materials, rich color and decoration. Using a pointed arch, ornate decoration provides vertical emphasis and rhythm and unity, as you can see. It looks impressive thanks to rich color, decoration, large stained window, pointed arch, and symmetry. Using decoration and pointed arches provide vertical emphasis and monumental effects. Famous building in UK, London was the epicenter of the monumental Gothic Revival architecture. The century gave a new elegance and new life to the style. Strawberry Hill is the earliest known example of the Gothic Revival. This video describes interior and exterior design of the Strawberry Hills on the Gothic Revival.
The birthplace of the first Gothic novel, The Castle of Otranto, and 18th century architecture's Gothic revival, Strawberry Hill is the lasting creation of Horace Walpole. Horace Walpole was a man of many talents, but it is not until now that Horace Walpole's brilliance and importance as a designer at his little Gothic castle in Twickenham have been rediscovered. Strawberry Hill House is one of the greatest historical buildings in the world, creating a tourist attraction that is as popular today as it was in the 1700s.
Palace of the Westminster, one of the London's most iconic buildings. Tower Bridge is one of the later examples of the Gothic Revival architecture in London. Famous building in USA were reinterpreted as pictures, churches, homes, and university building in the United States. Tribune Tower, Chicago, was commercial office in the USA. Another example of the Gothic Revival on the USA, Patrick Cathedral, dominates public buildings. The Gothic Revival house from the Grant Wood basic American Gothic. And I'm gonna finalize the presentation with Samuel Tyler says, the principle of the Gothic architecture is infinitely made imaginable. Thanks for listening.